Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and today I'm taking a first impressions look at Sheltered 2, a sequel to a game that I never even got around to doing a first impressions on. I played a couple hours of it and I was like, okay, I'm going to do a video on this, and then I never did, and I guess that was 6 years ago that came out. But Sheltered also had the unfortunate fact of coming out right around the time that Bethesda went, hey, we've got this all-out Shelter, and we're releasing it right now, which was like a week before Sheltered came out. But this is essentially a game where you have a bunker in a post-apocalypse that you can expand and fill out with new people and send out parties to the surface to scavenge and meet new people and fight people and whatnot. And this is the sequel. So in the original, I believe you were a family that had survived the apocalypse that found a bunker and were like, hey, it'd be better if we survive in here. And I think you actually lost the game if you lost all the members of that original family, even if you had new members. But that's kind of a loose memory. Anyway, I got this key early from the devs because it's not out until Tuesday, and right now it is Sunday. And the embargo is up on Monday, which is when this video should be up, when you should be seeing it. So I didn't specifically get this key from the devs, but I requested it from a press key site, and they approved it, so thought I'd check it out. Because this is, you know, running a bunker in a post-apocalypse is my kind of game. Difficulty moderate, shelter resources moderate. Standard amount of food, water, medicines, and crafting materials. Breach frequency occasional. Yeah, so your shelter can come under attack. It's weird to have that on a schedule, though, and not just be completely random. Cult of Bob. Let's see here. Yeah, that's good enough. Hell-bent on controlling the last remnants of society, this faction aims to carve out its place in history as the strongest faction ever known. That seems to be an inherent raider bent, but you can change that. I'm not gonna bother. Okay, faction leader. It's always weird when they start you with, like, accessories already on, because you're like, well, I gotta skip through the options to get here. Perfect. Always wears a gas mask, never takes it off, even when he's sleeping. What a fucking weirdo. I guess the face preset doesn't matter then. Neither do the eyebrows. So I believe the original was all 2D animated, whereas this is kind of 3D even in the 2D bunker screen. Shirt and tie. Perfect for the apocalypse. But then he wears cargo pants under them. Man, what a weirdo. And this is our leader. Stats, troubled. Most of these things don't apply to me. Yeah. 1 charisma sounds about right. Traits. No traits available. Trait points 5. So yeah, we can take negative traits to get more points to take other positive traits. All factions will automatically start as rival once discovered. It's not that I'm xenophobic, I just don't like anybody. So does the leader have to go out and actually do the fighting? Because that doesn't seem very much like a raider leader. Rigid. Yeah, that sounds right. Do you have any that are -2? Clean freak. Not so much. This kind of makes it sound like our leader does everything, though, if like all of these things depend on their specific stats. There we go. Oh, never mind. That only gives me +2, so doesn't really help. I'm gonna go with rigid and then observant. If I can find it again. Observant. There we go. Wait. Did they not keep the name? Weird how the name changed. Anyway. Let's just, you know. No, I want to randomize them completely. He wears the scummy tie to try and fit his leader. Helen May what? Yeah, we probably should play the tutorial. I don't think this is a game that you can entirely just guess everything. White jobs are things they decided to do on their own, and yellow are things you have assigned. So I think we start off with a pretty small little bunker. You know, you have to dig out new sections. 20 arduous years have passed since the world ended. 6 rival factions now dominate the wasteland, fighting over resources and territory. A new faction has emerged to try and take control. We join this faction as their leader has just discovered the perfect place for their headquarters, an abandoned underground shelter. Well, here we are, boys. Welcome to the tutorial for Shelter 2. You'll make your way through multiple stages, which will teach you how to play the game. The objectives for each stage are listed in the top left. Alright, so yeah, our beginning bunker is just this one hallway, and then I think this is a staircase going down. Also weird that I can't... Oh, there we go. I just gotta zoom in more if I want to scroll over there. Get them to eat something. Right-click a water butt and select drink water, pantry to eat, and... Okay, well where's a pantry? What does the pantry look like? Is it this? It is this. Pantry's objects store food. Temperature will affect the rate at which food degrades. Pantry has its own individual storage. And you can name it if you want it to just be like, this is the cans. These have like varying qualities, but provide the same sustenance, same integrity. We have 30 of both, so I don't know what the difference is. Okay, you eat that. He is thirsty. Where is the... Okay, these are our water butts. Now, it does say automated, so I assume if that gets empty enough, they will solve their own problem. Oh, also, this is one of those games where the meter fills up to show that you need something instead of draining. Automate the needs of at least one faction member. Clipboard panel. Clipboard panel. Clipboard lets you control your faction. Toggle the automation of member needs on and off. Object menu displays detailed information, such as power draw and integrity level of all objects. So you can set whether they only do it when they really need it, or if they just do it to keep it maintained. Repair the water collector on the surface, repair the water purifier inside the shelter. So this is the purifier. They need a specific skill for this? Because I feel like we didn't see a repair skill. Oh, let's look at this. It'd be nice if this didn't stay up when you pull up a menu. Charisma, perception... Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any, like, repair skills. Clean water goes directly into water butts, and dirty water goes into the purifier. Dirty water is also collected from toilet and shower objects. We recycle our water. Okay, I mean, it's barely damaged. I guess I'll go up to the surface and fix the water collector, which is kind of just like a hole in the ground. But it looks like we can build stuff on the surface, too, based on this camera here. And also see when we're being invaded. Plant broccoli seeds. Well, I mean, you're just standing there. You might as well. Grows in temperatures between 5 to 21. So I guess we can build greenhouses underground? Maybe you have to build them on the surface? I don't know how much you can do on the surface yet. Okay. Refuel the generator. Kind of weird how they just stand around most of the time. Go back inside, you weirdo. Craft a mop and bucket. So the drafting table is here. This is our blueprints table. Mop and bucket. Click an empty space. The intelligence level of the crafter will dictate the maximum integrity value of a crafted object if it has integrity. You unlock higher tier recipes by completing faction goals. So there's no, like, research then? Vomit, crafting debris, or empty food cans. Alright. I guess this is where we have an empty space over here. So it doesn't seem like there's a grid of where you can build stuff. It's just as long as it's not touching anything else. You can just make a hallway full of stuff. Okay, what is the fast forward button? It's not number keys. Space is pause. Usually there's a key to do it instead of having to click on it. Look at Helen just staring at the wall, breathing. Is it cold in here? Is that why there's... It's 10 degrees Celsius outside. Are you actually building it, or are you just looking at it? Room information. Okay, so we can see, like, how everything's doing. if it needs some adjusting. It's cold down here, 7.1 degrees Celsius. Not sure what the pressure. 99% clean, 31% lit, and then there's a manage button. Well, that was quick. Craft some cement. Craft most items from the workbench. I wonder if there's a mode that doesn't start you with all this stuff already built. But I guess you can't do anything if you don't have these items. Okay, so you can make materials here, and you can break stuff down into materials. So cement needs sand and limestone. Recycle a pipe. What is a pipe actually used for? It's a crafting ingredient of its own, but guess we don't need it right now. I mean, this is stuff I feel like I don't need too much of a tutorial for, because kind of the surface stuff I'm more concerned about. Build a dirt room. The minimum work necessary to carve out a usable space. So yeah, this is just digging out a segment. Can I go? No, I think this is as wide as we can get. I mean, we don't have, like, beds or anything. Is cold. Yeah, aren't we all? Okay, faction goals menu. Just the flag here. That's weird that that's not just one of the menus in the top right. Goals. Faction goals panel let you monitor the progress of goals your faction can complete. Each goal is unique and has certain requirements to unlock new abilities for your faction. Goals with multiple stars have more than one level to unlock. So, craft a bed, toilet, shower, stove in a room. So that's just the basics. Craft a bunch of tier 1 items. Just craft items. Craft items. Craft items. Uncraft items. Put out fires. So yeah, these are just things that unlock passive bonuses for completing them. Can craft guns if you wipe somebody out. Set up an expedition party. To the radio. So, I mean, I guess it is helpful to have a tutorial just to know what all of these things do instead of just clicking them and being like, trying to guess. Alright, who are we going to send out into the wasteland to die? Okay, and you can get vehicles to speed up their travel time. His strength is bad, but his perception is good. If he had a gun, he would have little trouble out there. But in fact, he doesn't seem to have a weapon at all. Maybe that's a separate thing I have to select. Second page lets you select what equipment they'll be taking with them. Okay. Do we have anything that could be used as a weapon? We definitely don't have a gun. Knuckle duster. Can I use a pipe as a weapon? Yeah, no, that just puts it in their inventory. I'm guessing it's because you can trade with people, That's why you'd want to bring, like, some trading supplies with you. But for now, we're just going to send him out there with that, because we don't have anything else that looks like equipment. No backpack, no armor, nothing like that. Final page lets you plot a route of waypoints for your party to follow when they leave. So yeah, it uses like a hex world map where each tile has its own stats and potential encounters. So there's like a bus over here. Caravan. I mean, it's like an empty RV. Most locations can be searched to locate items. Best way of finding resources you need. Most things you find are low quality. Okay. So, have them do a little lap. So yeah, there's I think this is 100 tiles, this map. With us in the center. Open the glossary. If you are stuck and not sure how something works, check out the glossary. So it does have an in-game thing where you can check up on it, which games like this should have, instead of having to open a wiki to look this stuff up. I think RimWorld has been pretty good about that in adding features that it should have had. Like being able to look at the stats of a weapon before you craft it. It didn't have that before. So there's a lot of quality of life features that have been showing up in games like this. Desires. Be confident. Wants to increase their charisma stat. So yeah, I guess we're in it now. Can I follow the progress of his expedition, or do I just have to wait until he encounters something? Is cold. In the dark. So yeah, I think this is where we unlock our, like, perk skills. Maybe we should look at what else we can build. Oh, you can also rearrange it. That's nice. So you can actually shift this stuff around instead of having to, like, deconstruct it. It's still weird to me that they don't do anything like when they're idling. They just fucking stand there. Alright, what can we build? Snare trap. Incinerator. Poor grave. Burying a body will avoid family members suffering trauma. What if they're not related? Do they give a shit? Table and chair. Bookshelf. Makeshift toilet. 4 water per use. Makeshift shower. Punching bag. Treadmill. Cot. Another water butt. Pantry. Dirt room. Stairwell. Partition wall. Lantern. Light bulb. Desk fan. Kind of looking for like a heater, because yeah, it's cold. Keg burner, simple wood burner, used to increase the temperature in a room. Surface planter. Small crate. Medicine cabinet. Small planter. Wait, what was the other one? Surface planter. Okay, this is for indoors. Steel sink. Less likely to get food poisoning with their filthy, filthy hands. And a poor stove. So yeah, I guess we can't make food right now. We can only eat what we find in an edible form. So we should get, like, you know, a toilet and a shower and a bed going on. Though this needs a valve, which we don't have. So I guess you have to actually find specific materials. We could probably craft a valve, though. Toilet we do have the stuff for. I guess we'll just put that down here, where it's not stinking up the upstairs. Now, is he gonna go craft that? Or... yeah, it doesn't seem like you can pull up an actual surface map. Unless you go to that expedition screen. So I guess we just wait until something happens. Can I do something with this rusty drum? Oh, yeah, there's all kinds of junk up there. Helen, you're not doing anything. Go salvage that barrel. I guess radiation's not a problem. Okay, she just has a welding torch handy. Like, we're barely scrabbling to survive here, but, you know, she's got an oxyacetylene torch handy. Okay, shift is the fast forward. Okay. Buried clothes. Empty petrol can, as the Brits say. Empty glass jar with some scuffs and chips. So this is all just junk we can recycle. Except for the plastic, which we can already use. And a rusty frying pan. Okay. And then she's just gonna stand there, like a weirdo. I was trying to use shift to queue up actions, but I don't know if you can add to queue. Oh yeah, if you just make a bunch of commands, they'll queue up at the bottom here. And I guess you can cancel them too. Oxygen filter. How come it didn't tell me to fix the oxygen filter? Also, there's a rabbit there. Rubber. An expedition party needs attention. Okay, Party is finished. Searching the location. So you're saying... oh no, this is his story. I was gonna say, we found nothing, but this is all the stuff we found. Which is a lot, including a valve that we can use for the shower. So, can I carry all of this? This is 300, and you can only carry 55 pounds of meat. Gotta leave the rest of the buffalo behind. So we take the stuff that's kind of important, I guess? Valve, we need that. Scrap pile, silver scrap. Useful to someone. Okay, that's money. Punctured tire. You can tell this is definitely a Brit game, considering they have petrol and tire with a Y. Nails, we can use. Limestone. What is the heaviest thing in here? Circuit breaker. Broken TV. Broken game console. The Songa Mega Station was a top-of-the-line game console of its time. Songa does what Nintendo don't. Looks like someone has been blowing into the cartridge port of this one and won't play another game ever again. Can be recycled into useful items. This oratory book will grant charisma experience to anyone with a charisma level of 1 to 5. So we can give that to Helen, and maybe she'll get some progress towards her goal of becoming more charismatic. Nylon, mineral ore, metal. Okay, there's 20 kilos of logs. 12 kilos of limestone, leather, petrol can. I'll take that, it's got gas in it. Ooh, those are heavy though. So yeah, I'm gonna have to come back here and salvage this thing multiple times. Splintered crate. I mean, I guess I take the stuff that doesn't need to be scrapped. That's already a crafting ingredient of its own. Take that and break it down. See what it has in it. I don't know if I want to fill him up, because he might find something else on the way back. Oh, okay, you can actually bring this up by clicking the little traveling icon there. Okay. Prepare rations. Does that just turn them into, like, travel food? Because that guy didn't need to bring any food with him, or at least it didn't say he did. Eat a meal with onion. Increase shelter residence. Yeah, you would want that, wouldn't you, cult leader Shade? Alright. He's just, back to standing around. Weather vane. Why does that use power? What does the power do? Oh. He's gotten into a kerfuffle. Creeping around like that might get you hurt. You should announce yourself when approaching someone. Was there something you wanted? No. Okay. How do I send him home? He might have actually needed rations, but hopefully he's not too hungry yet. So she's tired, but not that tired. Apparently they can stay awake for a few days. Also, I guess I forgot that Shade doesn't need sleep. He can just work forever. Alright. Yeah, let's recycle some of this junk that doesn't have any use of its own. I don't think you can refill these for some reason. I mean, I guess where are we gonna get gas to refill them in this post-apocalyptic world? Never mind that, after 20 years all the gas would be completely unusable. But I've gotten into this before. That was actually kind of a disappointing thing to learn. You know, a few years ago that, hey, most of these post-apocalyptic stories kind of just ignore the fact that gasoline goes bad after 6 months to a year, at best, before it's unusable. Nope, don't scrap those. Yeah, recycle all that shit. So, to eat a meal with an onion... Soil condition dry. Do you need to water it? Also, the temperature is bad. Not that I can do anything about that, because it's outside. Alright. He's back. So, yeah, if we want to make something with an onion, we're going to need a kitchen. Which we can't do anything about right now. So we'll make a shower next to the toilet. More efficient on water that way. Access to a rifle. Eat a meal with carrot. People have very simple desires. Win a combat encounter. She wants to kill someone. So we brought back that book, but can I not read it without a bookshelf? Okay, I think we got rid of all the junk on the surface now. Oh, no, there's a big pile over there. Is this the junk pile? Or is this my inventory? It looks like my inventory. No, that's the shelter storage. Why is that opposite from when you're searching and traveling? Yeah, so there's nothing in this junk pile. Can I get rid of it? Oh, I gotta zoom out a bit. I think that's, yeah, we got a floodlight. He wants to sleep. But that's too fucking bad, because we got shit to build. We're gonna need another dirt room, I think. I don't know, I don't want to build everything right next to each other, but I think that's kind of the point of the game. Is that everything has to be clustered up. Also, we can't build a cot because we don't have any pipes. So, gonna have to deal with it. So we need to heat up the place, and also we need to be able to cook. I don't have enough wood or cement for this. So I guess when you get tired, just lay on the floor. I wonder if they can even do that. Oh, no, he's doing something now. He was actually moving. It's weird that you can't send them back inside. Oh, you can. You just have to, like, triple click? Isn't she supposed to feed herself? She's in the yellow. Boy, the toilet and shower look almost identical, just one has a bucket on top and one has a bucket on the bottom. Oh, they're socializing. They do actually do stuff, eventually. And then they go back to standing around. You finished recycling that stuff already? Okay, so I don't think we have any more junk. And we got one more mineral ore that just came in. Back to work. How about you? She needs toilet, she needs sleep, she needs food. Toilet. Food. Man, we have a lot of cans on that one shelf, like more than 100. Fresh out of the shower, time to just stand here. You get some Campbell's as well. Like, he wants to sleep, but is he just gonna die if he can't sleep somewhere? Okay, well, can I craft pipes? That takes metal shaving, so it looks like I can make 3, which I think is what I need for the bed. Toilet. Cot. Yeah, we need 3 of those, and then we can build one of these. It doesn't even let you place it if you don't have the stuff. Water storage at max capacity. That doesn't sound like a bad thing. I guess that's because it's raining. It's filling up our water collector. Alright, now we craft the bed. I guess I'll just put it down here. I suppose it doesn't matter where I put it, because I can move it later. So, the first time placement is not that important. She calls dibs on the bed and immediately rushes down there. Well, don't worry. She'll wake up eventually, and then you can go to sleep. Actually, tell her to get her lazy ass up. She got enough sleep. Can I, like, force her awake? There we go. Get up. Some of your plants are ready to harvest. Already? Man, broccoli grow fast. So yeah, I would probably want to set them to automate until you're low on something and then tell them to only eat when you tell them to. Rich source of vitamin C and K. No scurvy for us. Guess I can't really do anything with this now. Since we don't have a kitchen yet. What is the locker for? Okay, that's customized character. I'm going to move some of this stuff around. This thing can go all the way over here. Doesn't matter. Mop and bucket also can go over here. Generator. I just want to put the kitchen next to the pantry. And these are our storage crates. Is there just a fucking can on the ground because some asshole didn't clean it? Alright. So we want to craft. What do we need for a kitchen? It's table and chair. I guess it's the stove we need, which needs a hinge. Which, we probably don't have the stuff to make, actually. So yeah, I think there's gonna have to be a lot of time where you just send out people to gather stuff. Because you need so many of these specific materials. And craft a hinge. Hinge is metal shavings and nails. So we have a lot of water. I don't think we need to worry about water for a bit. Kind of hoping we might come under attack. So I got a hinge. Means I can set up a stove. Did I not, like, confirm that stuff there? Confirm is right mouse button. There we go. Because, yeah, I want to put this, like, here. I'm not sure what the icon over his head indicates. Oh, there is still something else on the surface. Helen, you're my junk collector. Get out there. You're the one who breaks everything down. Alright. So we completed one of our faction goals, and I think that unlocked level 2 crafting? Faction reputation, that's not what I want. Goals. Can craft tier 2 recipes from the drafting table. So what does that entail? Tier 2, spike trap, small greenhouse. Okay, so you can grow outdoor seeds indoors with this. Fire extinguisher, good grave, planter, locker, good toilet, good shower, poor bike, lift weights. Yeah, so this is more like not just survival stuff, but also skill-based stuff. Water barrels, medium pantry, armory, makeshift recycler, stone room, garage, I'm guessing that goes on the surface, allows you to create vehicles from vehicle chassis you locate in the world. Okay, but if you don't have a vehicle, how do you drag a vehicle chassis back to the base? Do you just need a lot of people? Makes the room more homey. Decreases temperature, increases temperature, medium crate, makeshift laboratory. Medium medicine cabinet. Wind turbine. Camping stove. So I guess right now our only power source is the generator, which uses fuel. How much fuel? Ooh, it's pretty low. Okay, and we got some usable wood out of that pile. Stove is a crafting object which allows you to craft meals from food ingredients. Cooked meals can satisfy a character's hunger more substantially than a single food ingredient. So we can make white paste, green paste, lime green paste. Okay, so rice in water, broccoli in water. Ugh. Broccoli soup that's just like broccoli in water would be gross. I like cream of broccoli, but by itself. Desperate meat. Is desperate meat just human meat? That's kind of the implication I'm getting here. Jacket potato. I mean, right now the only thing we have is broccoli. You gonna eat broccoli? How's everybody else doing? Jason finally got up. He's got to poop. And then he's got to drink. And then he's got to eat. So did I eat that soup immediately? No, because my food didn't go up. So is that in here now? It is. Sustenance value 35. Sustenance value 40. I don't think this is actually better, game. But it is renewable. Alright, so who has the best strength out of all of these guys? Strength 3. Strength 1. Strength 2. So actually Shade has the best strength for punching. Because that's our only weapon right now is those brass knucks. So I think we're going to send him out. I don't know what her... No, she's sleepy. Are these all things I already have? Or are these things you could potentially have? Like sand attack. Alright, it looks like we got, scrapyard. Should be some good stuff there. I really need a backpack. That's what I need to be able to craft. Did you stop standing outside? She's gonna complain about being cold while standing out there. And I think she has the next best intelligence, which means I'm gonna see if I can get her to build a snare on the surface. Nope, we don't have any rope. What about rope? Can we build rope? Yeah, we do have wool. Just trying to see if I could select any of this other stuff. Well, I tend to see the rabbit going from right to left, so we're going to put it over here. Invalid placement. Oh, I guess it was too close. I mean, it would seem a little micromanagey if it wasn't for the fact that you can just queue up all of the things they need. Or, you know, you can just automate them. Okay, so once you're done with that, you go take your... Well, you can't take a shower, never mind. You can't queue it up if they're already going to queue it up. You can go to sleep. Encounter in Scrapyard with Black Roses. Who are you, and why are you in our territory? This land belongs to the Black Roses. Always has and always will. We're not in the habit of letting strangers pass through our land, and we're not going to start now. Who are you? Well, I think she just said who she was. She's from the Black Roses. The Black Roses is a strictly non-male group. We are extremely well practiced in ranged combat. You will find it hard to make it close to us without gaining a new hole in your head. Who are you? But who are you really? Work together? If you're looking for trade and alliance, your group will have to contact our leader by radio. You'll have to earn her trust if you want free passage through these lands. Can I kill her? No, don't leave. Continue searching the scraplands. All right, we're changing up the route. We're gonna go over here first. I don't know what this red means. Probably that he's gonna be tired. Route is dangerous. Yeah, that's fine. I'd like to get at least one combat in before we wrap this up. Encounter in road with Los Muertos. Oh, why have you wandered into our territory? Actually, it doesn't matter. I suggest you turn around and go back the way you came. This is Los Muertos territory. We're armed to the teeth, and if you're looking for hostility, you found it. Who are you? Los Muertos is comprised of they're all very eager to, like, tell us about their faction. Los Muertos is comprised of mostly ex-military personnel. We used to be part of the New Order's forces, but we couldn't continue working for that regime. Our commander, Gabriela Montero, led the uprising which convinced us to leave. Also, the first game you get into encounters with, like, bears, and not just people. We haven't met with your group before. Working together could be beneficial for both of us, but you will need to prove yourself to our leader. Contact her via radio and say you met us. So yeah, I guess you can't kill them the first time you meet them, sadly. Which is not my kind of diplomacy. Why does this still say some of your plants are ready to harvest? We don't have a planter down here, do we? We only have one up there. That's not a plant. That's probably what it's talking about, though. Should probably be a separate prompt that says some of your traps are ready to harvest. Okay, we got animal fat, we got bone, we got some meat. We're gonna be eating rabbit tonight. Okay, we found a graveyard on the way. Mushrooms. Always good. Nylon. Alfalfa. Baseball bat. Definitely take that. A real weapon. Beginner sleuthing. Burned clothes. Passion flower. What does that actually do? What could you make with a passion flower? Oak bark. Metal. I don't know, I'll take the pipe. Petrol can. And it looks like our strength does actually increase our carry capacity, as you'd expect. A popped yoga ball. Sand. Storybook. Sword of the Flies. A storybook which will grant a positive mood modifier when read. Another valve. Another valve. Some wood. Some wool. So yeah, I guess this is kind of just the flow of Sheltered. You spend most of your time hanging out here, sending out your expeditions, but I can see how this could expand into a pretty interesting thing, where you've got vehicles going out and getting into big battles with other factions. Go fix that, it's almost broken. Yep. Walter? Fuck off, Walter. I've survived out here for years. You think I'm scared? Come try me. It appears we've gotten ourselves into a spot of combat. Let's teach you the basics and hopefully you'll survive. You can interact with enemies and allies by right-clicking. Open up a menu. Cost stamina. Throw a rock or melee? I failed. So I guess these are stamina as your action points. Why is it easier to hit someone in the head than in the chest? Center of mass. Okay, so I have no more stamina doodles. So you don't start with full stamina. I wonder if that's because I'm weighed down. I like that it doesn't actually tell you the enemy's stats. It's just like, it's somewhere in this range. What are my skills? Do I have any skills? Assess opponent or flick sand. Apparently it takes a lot of stamina to squint at somebody and go, That's right, we fight dirty. Actually, I probably should have equipped that baseball bat we found, if that's even possible to equip weapons you find. And since he's dazed, I think he missed his turn. God, why do I suck at punching so badly? Now we steal everything he owns, which is some cabbage seeds, a bucket, a rock, and some limestone. So we could take him prisoner, but we don't have anywhere to put him. So I guess you can capture people and maybe recruit them. Alright, so that'll do it for this early look at Sheltered 2. Like I said, I can see how this could expand outward, but it's definitely got some jank to it still. But it is my kind of management game. I just wish there wasn't so much, like, kind of micromanagement in telling them to feed themselves and whatnot. Like, again, you could automate it, but I feel like that could be more granular, like, automate unless you only have this percentage of food remaining in your storage. Or something like that, you know? But thanks for joining me for this look, and I'll see you with some more post-apocalyptic games in the near future. Take care, everyone.